Welcome to everyone in today's session. Today, we are trying to understand what are control statements in Python. I, Chaitra Nayak, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science Engineering, Nitya Meenakshi Institute of Technology, Bangalore. I will try to make you understand that what are decision making in Python, how to use simple if statement, if-else statement, elif statement, nested if statement in Python. Let's try to understand that what are control statements. Definition of this control statement is control statements are used to control the flow of execution of a program based on conditions. Checking out the conditions which is available, the program or the interpreter will continue the execution flow as per the code written in Python. For example, the simple situations if you're taking that a given number by the user if it is a positive number or negative number. The condition here is to check if the number given is a positive or not. If not, the other example which we can take is to check the student's mark. To category the students belonging to distinction or first class or second class or the failed category. As you can see, multiple conditions which are there, which is first class category, second class category, distinction category or a failed category. So to check these multiple conditions also, you will be using the control statements. One more example which we can try to understand is checking login credentials. At the first, when you're using an email or any other platform where you will give the login name and password, and then when you're re-entering the password, it will always keep checking the password which has re-entered from the repository where the first time the password has got saved. So to check multiple times with the given password, you will be using the control statements. Let's make more understandable with different syntaxes and examples. Let's now try to understand how to use the simple if statement. The syntax, what we have to follow in Python is if condition. After the condition, remember you have to give the colon mark and give the statement that if the condition is true, then what statement has to get printed. To make it more understandable, let's see how to use a simple program. You can see here the value of the x is given as 10 and I'm comparing this 10 operation, that is 10 value, that if it is greater than 5 or not. The condition here is if it is greater than 5 or not, and you can see I have used the if statement with the colon following the syntax of if statement. Now, if this condition is true, then the statement which is going to get printed in the output screen is x is greater than 5. You can see the output is x is greater than 5. You can type this using the mu editor software or any other Python related open source software. You can run the program and you can see in your output screen the output which is given here is going to get printed. Moving forward, let's try to understand how to use if-else statement. If is used when the condition is true, and if the condition is false, then you will be using a else as your control statement flow. So you can see the syntax of it. If the given condition using a colon mark statement 1. So if it is a true, then this statement is going to get printed. Else, you can see the colon is reused again. The statement is going to get printed when there is a false condition executed. For example, number is a variable where 4 is declared. The first condition is checked if number mod 2 equal to 0, print even number, else odd number. Now you can see that the number which is given is 4, declared is 4. It is telling you that if number, what is the number? 4 is the number. Mod of 2. I explained to you when there is a mod operation done, you're dividing the number. So 2, 2s are 4 and the remainder is 0. So in the mod operation, always remember we are using the remainder as our result. So if 4 mod 2 equal to, if 4 mod 2 equal to 0, that means the answer, if it is equal to 0, if both the side, if it is matching with 0, then you have to print the true statement. What is a true statement? Even number. If the remainder is any other number rather than 0, then you will be executing a false statement which is called as odd number. In this example, we can see that the operation what is performed here, it is giving you a true value, that is 0 equal to 0. The condition is true and the output printed is even number. As I said in my previous lecture, you can use MU editor and try to execute this program. Let's try to understand how to use elif condition. Elif condition or elif statement is used when you have multiple conditions to check. For example, as I told in the initial slide, that if you have to check a student marks, that if he is belonging to grade A, grade B or grade C, when there is multiple conditions, you will be using the elif statement. So you have given a certain marks or certain CGPA where you are checking that if that marks is greater than 90, then he is into grade A category. If the marks is between 70 to 90, then he is in grade B category. If anything less than 70, then he belongs to grade C category. Now you can see here the marks given here is 75, which is greater than or equal to 70. When this condition is executed, you can see it matches with the elif condition of second statement, which tells that you have to print in the output screen as grade B. And you can see the output printed is grade B. Moving on, nested if. What do you mean by nested if statement? Nested if means that if statement is inside another if statement. So if you have to use multiple if statement one after the other, then it is called as nested if statement. So it is nested together in one another each. Example, you can see here age is given as 20 and you're comparing that if that particular age is greater than 18 or if it is greater than or equal to 21, then he is eligible for driving and voting. So the person, if he is greater than 18, then he is eligible for voting, and if the person is greater than 21, he is eligible for driving. So both the conditions, when you have to check, you will be giving a simple if statement in the nested format. In today's session, we try to learn that control statements in Python, if statement, if else statement, elif statement, and nested if statement, how to use different statements and simple programs to make decisions on these conditional statements. Let's move to the quick questionnaire. Which statement is used to check a condition in Python? If statement. Which statement is used when the condition is false? Else statement. Which keyword is used to check multiple conditions? When you have multiple conditions, you will be using elif statement. See you in my next video with another concept of Python language with simple programs to make you understand and easy to learn Python. Thank you.